and welcome to Round Robin. I'm your host, Robin McCormick with the City of Hampton, and today I'm going to be learning as much as you are. It's a program I haven't been familiar with, but by the time we're done, we will all be more invested in lifelong learning and community education with Hampton University. My guest is Almarie Munley. Welcome.
Thank you. Hello, Robin. Thank you.
I am so excited. You know, I think back, and one of the planks sort of in the city's community plan is lifelong learning
Yes.
at every stage. So, you know, from preschools up to continuing education, Hampton residents have said, this is a value. This is something we want to invest in. And you guys have a wonderful program at Hampton.
And we do. We have several, Robin. As a matter of fact, I just want to piggyback on what you said about being a lifelong learner. That is what everybody is doing today. You know, we have such a big world, a virtual world, and everybody can go everywhere pretty much as we see it today, as we're going on this virtual space. But more than that, people are coming to, they want to learn. They want to be part of a community, not just in this virtual space. They want to be part of a community, and Hampton offers that. Hampton University, through University College, we have many programs, and I'm going to highlight a few with you.
Good, because I'm so excited.
We can talk about that lifelong learning.
That's right. Which ones I want. It's all about me.
That's right. And we're going to get you enrolled. I hope by the end of the show we get you enrolled, and we'll get a few others, to take interest.
Okay.
But yes, we have the Osher Lifelong Program that you were referring to, and that's one of our highlights of the college. We are almost 1,000 members in that program.
Wow.
And as we were, chatting before the show, I had mentioned that people come to these programs not only to learn, but really to be part of the community, to make friends, to invest back into the community. So this is a great thing for Hampton.
It is, because you get through college, and it's for people who go to college, it's one of the best times of your lives, and it isn't just the classrooms, it's the concerts and the plays and the shows, and also that being a part of a community and that exciting time where you're like, I just read this book, let's talk about it, where you're sharing and learning together.
Yes, and the book, you mentioned the book. We have a book club with the Osher Lifelong Learning. They do get together and they have discussions, and not only do they have discussions, they live it. They go on these great trips. And if they are looking at a book or a particular artwork of some sort, they'll take a trip. Recently, they've gone to Greece, all through the Mediterranean. They're getting ready to go to Paris.
Oh my gosh.
Barcelona, South Africa.
Fun.
We've got wonderful teachers and instructors from computer classes to line dancing.
That would be a blast.
It's a blast, and we can also take you through the world with language classes. So there is no limit to what we can do at University College.
See, I think people forget. You think of college as the place of the 20-year-olds, and then you're out of it. But we don't have to be all the way out, right? You can pull us back in a little bit.
One of the things that I continue to highlight as I speak to people around this community and around Hampton is that we are a very innovative, progressive learning unit of Hampton University. But not only Hampton University, of the community. So you're not limited to your age. If you want to start your college at 21, 22, if you want to be a 50-year-old college student, you can be with us. On that same token, you can choose not to take a degree plan. You can be a non-degree seeking student. You can do certificate programs. We have a great food services management program that is cycles over every month, every 4 weeks. We've got a new class. We are just beginning a terrific program with Hispanics in the community. And I'm very excited about that.
So what is that? That's
Robin.
Your background a little bit, right?
Yes. You heard me mention I'm from Guatemala and a proud Chapina, as we say, living here in Hampton. And we have this exciting initiative, Latino initiative, for the Hampton Roads area. And as a matter of fact, we had our first meeting convening the various groups that will be supporting the Hispanic initiative. And this is coming straight out of Hampton University.
Well, Hampton has that tradition. Like, I think people today think of it only as a historically black college, which is clearly the largest part of its mission, but its Native American education was, it was huge at the time, and it was landmark, and it really brought together different Native American cultures, not just people from, southeastern Virginia, but from all around the country. And there are a lot of cultures represented at Hampton University.
And I've got to highlight with you, Robin, our founder of Hampton University, General Armstrong, one of his greatest visions and desires for Hampton was to educate a diverse group of people, Native Americans.
People who didn't necessarily have access to education.
Women. We were talking back then, they were talking about women having an opportunity. So Hampton is truly embracing that call and that charge, even from our founder back in 1868. So it comes back full circle. And when it comes back with great energy. It's wonderful support of the people, not only in the community, but at Hampton University. So it's a terrific, terrific time for Hampton University.
So what you're saying is, too, that Hampton gives back to the community, and that if we didn't go to college in that traditional way between 18 and, 22, we still have a chance.
You do. Okay. And not only to take line dancing, you have a chance to get your degree. And you can come on campus, you can go in a virtual format. You heard me talk about how we live in this very transient,
with the number of militaries here. It can be
global,
so hard if you're a military spouse to get the credits you need and the programs
and
you need.
And you can go back and forth with us at University College. You can start online, but if you decide you want to have some interaction face-to-face, you can come on our campus, and we're getting ready to branch out into a new campus in Newport News. And so you have many options. You can go on base if you're a military spouse or a military person. You can come on our main campus. We have a Virginia Beach campus. So there are so many options for you at University College.
Let's talk about some of the classes or programs that are unique to University College.
Well, you heard me mention the Hispanic Initiative,
yeah,
so I'm going to go into that a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
We are providing some specific language classes through that program, and that's to generate some interest in learning and also going into this Hispanic community who is growing and growing leaps and bounds.
Those numbers are not showing up on the census yet, but I can tell because the grocery stores.
Yes.
That's where you see it first. You know that there are people shopping and buying much more Hispanic foods because it's just doubling.
It is.
Especially in some neighborhoods. So I know they're there. They just haven't shown up in the numbers yet.
They are. They are. Now the census is getting much more accurate. We're seeing greater community growth with Hispanics in Virginia Beach, in Newport News. As a matter of fact, Robin, we have probably the second largest Hispanic community in this region in Newport News.
I did not know that.
And that's just right around the corner from here. And so not only are we offering services and programs, we're also supporting the learning of the young people. We're going to be offering a business entrepreneurship degree plan for that community. So there's going to be so much opportunity in that program. On that same token, coming out of those programs that we're offering for Hispanics, we're offering some new innovative programs online as well. So you talk about this lifelong learning you're trying to pursue.
Yeah.
I'm getting my colleague here to get an application for you, so that when we finish this, you can sign the dotted line there, and we sign you up.
There are so many people now, though, that don't follow the traditional model because it's really hard to be a serious college student when you're 18 sometimes. They maybe flunk out or don't, just don't make it through the traditional program, and then they're working.
Yes.
And they've got car payments. So then you have to think of flexible college classes or the online programs, or maybe it's the practical certificates.
Yes.
They don't need the liberal arts degree. They need, so what are some, you said food service?
We have another department that we're getting ready to also grow within University College is career services, workforce development. So you talk about these learners who may come and go. These are the learners that we want to serve. These are the working young adults who are pursuing careers, and while they're pursuing careers, we're adding to their experience and their knowledge by doing these certificate programs. So right now we have a human resource certificate program. So if you are in the business world, or if you are working, for example, it can be from retail to the shipyard. And if you're working at the shipyard and you want to, and you're a supervisor, for example, this would be a great certificate to have in order to enhance some of your work.
Well, you see that sometimes people who go into, who start as waiters or waitresses while they're figuring things out, or they start in retail and then they realize there's career opportunities. You can get to management, you can get to other things from there, but sometimes you need a little supplemental coursework.
And I like that word, supplemental. That's essential. We have now a strong charge for workforce and workforce development. And it's a charge not only for institutions, it's for anyone who's providing a learning opportunity. People need to learn a skill. They need to learn various skills if they want to go and enhance and supplement what they do. And so this is exciting.
Well, that's so different. When I went to college, it was sort of, you get this liberal arts degree and then they teach you how to think and they teach you how to write and you're ready for the workforce. But you really need practical skills these days as well, because you're competing for those jobs.
Robin, one of the critical pieces when students leave a learning environment, their college years, and go into the workforce, there's that bridge they've got to cross, and you've read it. I'm sure you've read it, and it's out there. That bridge is a little gap that needs to get smaller and smaller, helping that person get from a college environment into the workforce. And universities, not only universities, learning communities are beginning to do that more so than before. And University College is responsible for that. We get to take that student and bring him out of that college environment into those softer skills that you're talking about, preparing them for the workforce, getting them ready to do what they need to do. Because just like you and I, we graduated college and we didn't know everything, did we? We had great critical thinking skills.
Oh, I had internships which helped, but you
didn't know, right.
Yeah, and then you have the non-traditional students who have some of the practical skills, but not necessarily, the critical thinking and things that they need to look at too.
So it's a win-win situation. Hampton University has a great setup in the fact that we've got our main campus right next door. So we have the traditional strength of the higher learning excellence that Hampton University is, along with what we offer in our innovative learning environment. So it's really a beautiful setup and model and relationship.
Well, and it does begin to teach those 18-year-olds, you're not going to learn everything at once.
Yes.
You're going to come back later, maybe it's a master's degree or maybe it's non-traditional learning, and wherever you land, particularly if you're in that entrepreneurial world, which a lot of our younger folks are, self-employed entrepreneur, you're going to need to learn new skills, new techniques. Maybe it's the business side, maybe it's how to do a pitch, but there's all kinds of things you can keep learning.
And we're doing we're going, like I said, into the community. I don't know if you knew this. Hampton University has a Hampton Business Incubator.
Yes. Oh, yes. I love that.
So we've been partnering with them more recently. You mentioned entrepreneurship, and we see that as a great opportunity for our students to be exposed to business. And
we
business locally
in the Hampton City want to retain those. You've got all these bright college students here, and we want to keep them here. We want them to be job generators and to return to the community and give back and live here. And, it's hard when you have this wonderful college and everybody graduates and moves on. We need to find ways like the incubator to develop them and keep them here.
And I mentioned the shipyard just a few moments ago. That's a critical piece of it is the DNA and somewhat of this whole area that we call the peninsula. You know, the shipyard employs, I believe, the majority of people in this area, and we've just signed reestablished an agreement with them, University College, and so we've got programs now that we are partnering, not just at Hampton University, but also with the shipyard to continue to grow that workforce and that opportunity for learning.
Wonderful. Okay, so how can we learn more about it? If I'm excited now, and I know you're working on my application over there on the side, but suppose I'm watching this on TV.
Quickly, because we need to get that signed and ready to go, and I think it's a $10 application fee.
Well, that's a whole lot cheaper than your normal college application fee. I just shelled out a lot of money for those. For my kids.
So I know you've got $10, and I believe it's $50 for our online programs. You can go to hampton.edu. And you can go right into our programs, which is University College. And once you go into that link, you'll find a number of different areas that you can explore. You can explore the OSHA program, your virtual learning. If you're military, you can get some information about that. There are phone numbers there. You can call those numbers. We will answer both in English and Spanish now.
That's wonderful.
That is the wonderful piece about what we do. We'll be happy to guide you along and take you through the process. And like I say, I know you've got $10, and I know you can give me that today. We'll get you signed up.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you, Almarie. I'm very excited about this. Yes. And I hope you are very excited about this too, and can go to hampton.edu and look at some of the many opportunities they have in more detail if we've piqued your interest, and stay in touch with learning and growing, and have some fun with it. Thanks for watching.